There's over 6 billion people in the world today, and by 2050, there's going to be over 9 billion. And where is all this trash going to go? Nearly half of all the U.S. landfills are full or have been closed because of groundwater contamination. Did you know that people dispose of much more garbage than they think they do or admit they do? They also drink more than they think or admit they do, according to cultural anthropology research that investigate thrown out garbage from people's trash bins. Here, each Californian throws away 6 pounds of garbage per day. In New York City, the city itself ships out every day 13 tons of garbage. And this problem will become more intense as populations continue to grow. One measure of the economic health of a culture is the amount of total trash it has, though this measure can be distorted by cultures that accept the trash or buy trash or are given trash. But this equation may be distorted in the current global inequality between nations, because poorer nations sometimes, in order to make money, will take the trash of wealthier nations, thus depositing it in places within their own borders to the degree that sometimes it greatly pollutes the local communities who are harmed by the trash produced by wealthier nations. Some people in these cultures find themselves opportunities to make money by mining trash for valuable resources, such as heavy metals from electronics. Especially in wealthy nations, most garbage is shipped out. It's shipped out of your house, and then it's shipped out of your neighborhood, and it's shipped out of city limits sometimes. So people don't actually have to see it all the time. They don't really have to deal with it very much, and because of that, it affects people's perceptions about the costs and benefits of creating so much trash, and it distorts those perceptions, resulting in the likelihood that people will produce more trash and consume more goods because they don't have to see or deal with as much the negative effects of their overconsumption. Effectively, it means that residents lack incentives to reduce waste because it's being shipped out. America is only about 5% of the world's population, but it consumes 24% of the world's energy. Here's another interesting fact. Prior to the invention of fire, more than 1 million years ago, human ancestors consumed only 2,000 calories a day, and that was directly from 2,000 calories of produced food per day. With the introduction of fire, though, the daily kilocalorie consumption per individual skyrockets, and then with pre-industrialized states, it's several times that. And where bands and tribes might be consuming 5,000 kilocalories today, Americans in the 1990s were estimated to be consuming 275,000 daily kilocalories per person. Clearly an astonishing increase by any measure. This graph both depicts those totals, but also breaks it down a little bit so you can see what percentage of it might be to food versus home and commerce, industry and agriculture, and transportation. So as cultures and productivity has become much more complex and populations have become more dense and the number of cultural ideas and technologies have exponentially increased, you can see relatively larger increases in things like the energy consumption or daily consumption of energy per capita for things like industry and agriculture and transportation. This map shows you a nice picture of the relative differences in energy consumption per capita across all of these different countries in the world, illustrating that the United States, Canada, Australia, and Saudi Arabia are some of the biggest offenders in oil consumption per capita of any other country. The Industrial Revolution greatly accelerated the encompassment of the world by states and all but eliminating all the previous cultural adaptations. The expansion of the world system is often accompanied by genocide, ethnicide, and ecocide. Some have claimed that Kopsamica in Romania is the world's most polluted city. And this was true because there was 2 important factories that helped to contribute greatly to pollution in the area. That was one, a carbon black dye factory that left soot everywhere, as you can see in the photo here. And the other was a smelter factory. It contributed to lung disease and impotence. So much so that the life expectancy for individuals in this city was 9 years less than the Romanian average. Some Indian social scientists asked this question: is their culture becoming habituated to waste in public spaces because littering is commonplace and habitual? They claim that both individual behaviors and infrastructure are contributing to this growing problem. For example, why use and pay for technology to pick up trash when an entire class of citizenry is expected to deal with human waste products? You'll watch a video about this in just a moment, and then after that, we'll come back and talk about the rise of multinational corporations, offshoring and outsourcing of goods and services between nations. Have a great day.